How's it going, y'all? Back here with a new damn video. Let's get right down to it. Eagles versus Bucks, week 2. The Bucks had a really good game this week last week against New Orleans. I wasn't expecting that at all. Okay, this New Orleans Saints defense was supposed to be rebuilt. Last season they had a pretty solid defense compared to years prior. They looked terrible. Okay, the defense looked terrible. Marshall Lattimore was getting owned by Mike Evans. Um, So we'll see how he does there. We don't know if he's the real deal or not. He had a really good rookie campaign, but that's them. Um, the Bucks, I mean, they just went off. Mike Evans had a damn good game. I think Deshaun Jackson had a decent game. Ryan Fitzpatrick had a damn good game. What was it 417 yards, 4 touchdowns passing, and 1 rushing, I think? Yeah. Ryan Fitzpatrick has always been a solid quarterback, in my opinion. Always be a backup, never be a starter because he'll start out consistent and then just go downhill like he did with the Jets a couple years prior. Um, this reminds me though a little bit of the year the Eagles we faced the Jets. I think 2015 when you remember Sam Bradford, Chip Kelly was the coach, whatever. Ryan Fitzpatrick had this hot start and he came up against us. That could have been week 2, 3. I can't remember. Yeah, week 3 I think. Yeah, and he went up against us and we just ripped him up. Now, in my opinion, the Bucks' offensive line isn't that good, unless they made some upgrades. But last time I remember, that they were just okay. They couldn't protect Jameis Winston to save their life. Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's going to be on his back, and that's just my opinion. This defensive line is just so damn good. It was a little hard, kind of hard to get to Matt Ryan. Not too much because we were getting sacks on him, but it was a little hard because he has a quick release and he has all his weapons around him. He can just throw it up the Julio, do whatever, and the offensive line is pretty solid. But we still got we still got the Matt Ryan. Now this Ryan Fitzpatrick. This is. I'm not scared of Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's the whole thing. Now let me tell you something right now, though. In my personal opinion, the way it's looking right now, there's a controversy down there in Tampa Bay. Depends how he plays this game too. If he plays really well this game, even though they lose, I think Ryan Fitzpatrick's a starting quarterback. I just think Jameis Winston, in my opinion, I thought coming out of college he was going to be a hell of a quarterback, and he still is a solid quarterback. He's done certain things, but he hasn't shown that flash yet where you go, wow, this is our franchise guy. I mean, I'm not saying he's not the franchise quarterback. Yeah, he is. But you get what I'm saying. He's not the guy where, I mean, Derek Carr, you've seen flashes. Carson Wentz last season, his second year in the league, you already seen like MVP caliber statistics and MVP caliber games. Jared Goff, second year in the league. Last year, he went off. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen that from Winston yet. And what's he in his 5th year now? 4th year? I can't remember. But he's been in the league now for way more than 2 years. 2015 he was drafted, 2016, 17, 18. This will be what, his 4th season? Let me see, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2017. This will be his 4th year in the league. So we'll see what happens with him. But Ryan Fitzpatrick overall, he's just a solid quarterback. I'm not scared of Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's the thing. And I think our defense will be able to get to him. And that's the goal here because our secondary is pretty solid. But you're matched up against Mike Evans, one of the most physical receivers in the game. Big boy, has speed, has hands, everything you want. I always liked Mike Evans. Now, Deshaun Jackson, I didn't think he was going to play because he was in, concussion protocol. I didn't think he was playing. He always had, I remember he had a couple concussions with us, even dating back to when Kevin Cobb was quarterback or whatever that was going on with that. Suddenly, he's able to play now, which makes a big factor because ever since he left to Philadelphia, every time he had a good game, it was against us. Okay, the Washington, when he was with the Redskins, some of his best games were against us. Now, when he was facing us, let's be real here. He was facing bad corners. He was going against Nolan Carroll. He was going up against Bradley Fletcher, whoever. So the corners are upgraded here. He was going up against Maxwell, whatever. The corners are upgraded here. So that's a plus. But still, he still has a deep threat. He still has a speed, and he showed it last week. He played a pretty solid game. So that's all we got to worry about. Now, their defense overall, the Bucks, this should be the game right here because I think next week Carson Wentz is going to return, and that's a whole different video. But this game right here, okay, this should be Nick Foles' confidence booster, all right? Look, sorry about that. This should be Nick Foles' confidence booster. They're going against a defense that isn't all that, okay? They just gave up 40-something points to the Saints, and the Saints, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying they're bad. They got Alvin Kamara. They got Drew Brees, who's a Hall of Fame, one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game, future first ballot Hall of Famer. But Nick Foles is also a pretty solid quarterback. This should be the game here where this is his coming out party. He gets a little bit of confidence, a little bit of boost going. He should be able to throw multiple TDs. Now, in that game, he's going to need to play well against this Bucks defense, because if we something does happen, which I don't think is going to happen, because I think we have the best defense in football as of right now. I think we do. Okay, but if something does happen where we fall into a hole where the Bucks still are on fire, they're at home, even though I think we're going to invade their stadium. But if they do somehow come on and Fitzpatrick just starts bombing TDs and he's running for him and he's getting, he's just completing passes and things are going correctly. They're running the ball, whatever. We're going to need Foles and that offense to step up and get to the plate. Because last week against Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Like, our defense did everything they could to win that game. Offense did just a little. The running back, J.H.I., and the running game was our biggest focal point. Other than that, the passing game was just whatever. Nick Foles passed for 117 yards. That's it. And we still won the game. That just proves how good of how good our defense is and overall our team is. Okay, but this is a game here where I expect Nick Foles to play well, play better. This should be where he does his thing. And I think we have this game. I think we should win this game. I say should because you never know. There's those type of games where they should win this game. They should win. They should win it, and they lose. But in my opinion, I think that it's going to be a pretty good game. I think we should win it, and we just got to apply a lot of pressure on Ryan Fitzpatrick. Put him on his back a lot. Cause him to force turnovers, things like that. Mike Evans is going to be hard to guard. It depends who's on him. We'll see. Probably Jalen Mills or Jalen Mills against Deshaun. It doesn't matter. Whatever. And they do got some nice tight ends down there. They got O.J. Howard, and they got Cameron Brate, or whatever his name is. So I like their tight end duo, too. But overall, though, our defense should be able to get Ryan Fitzpatrick on his back. They should be able to apply pressure. Things should be moving in that direction, but it's all to the offense in this game. Let's see how Foles plays. Once again, another week. How's he going to play? How's he going to play? And then once Wentz comes back, if he does come back next week, we got to worry about how he's going to play his first game back since getting injured. You know what I'm saying? But that's next week. Let's not worry about that now. Let's focus on right now. I say we could win this game. I think we should win this game. Score? I ain't giving no score. You guys know I never do that. But let's go, Birds. Comment below on your thoughts. How do you guys feel about the game? Do you guys think we win? Do you think we lose? What do we need to do to win? So comment below on your thoughts on that. Go, Birds. Let's improve it 2-0, baby.